First of all, I'm going to keep saying loud and clearly that I am a feminist. Many of you know I am a feminist and proud to call myself one.
Who's the real feminist? Is it Justin Trudeau, who is a man and has repeatedly called himself a feminist, or is it Joe Biden, who's also a man but has never been so arrogant as to call himself that? Which leader walks the talk on women's rights, and who's just talking? I'm Warren Kinsella for Sun Media, and off the top, let me say this. I'm a bit uncomfortable talking about feminism because I'm a guy, and I'm not even sure I'm entitled to do that. And I sure don't think I'm entitled to call myself a feminist either. I don't think any man should ever do that. Women decide that, not men.
Gentlemen, we need to get comfortable identifying ourselves as feminists.
But Justin Trudeau says he's a feminist with a straight face, and Joe Biden's been careful not to say that. So let's check the record. Before he became Prime Minister, but when he was a grown man, Justin Trudeau groped a reporter at a beer festival in BC. When the reporter called him out for doing that, Trudeau said he wouldn't have done that if he'd known she wrote for national newspapers. He actually said that. And when that story came out, and when the victim confirmed that she'd been groped, Trudeau cynically said that they'd experienced it differently.
Often a man experiences an interaction as being benign or not inappropriate, and a woman, particularly in a professional context, can experience it differently, and we have to respect that and reflect on it.
When he became Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau made a big deal about having an equal number of men and women in his cabinet, and that's good. But when the SNC-Lavalin scandal hit, which saw Trudeau trying to obstruct justice to benefit a Quebec-based Liberal Party donor, who got the blame? Two women in that same Trudeau cabinet. Jody Wilson-Raybould and Jane Philpott told the truth and followed the law. And for that, Justin Trudeau kicked them out of the Liberal caucus. Joe Biden, who, full disclosure, I worked for during his presidential campaign, takes a different approach to women's issues and women's rights. Joe Biden picked a woman to be his running mate, and when he was picking a running mate, he said only women were being considered for the job.
I pick a woman to be vice president.
Joe Biden has appointed more women to senior positions in his administration than any president before him.
Madam Speaker, Madam Vice President. No president has ever said those words from this podium. No president has ever said those words. And it's about time.
Joe Biden has policies that help women. He's improving economic security for women. He's expanding health care for women. He's helping women navigate work and family challenges. He's working to end violence against women, and he's championing women's reproductive rights. There's men who talk about supporting women, and there's men who actually do it. Joe Biden is supporting women. Justin Trudeau is just talking.
Why does every time I say I'm a feminist, the Twitterverse explodes?
So who's the real feminist? Women get to decide that, not me. But I think the answer is clear. I'm Warren Kinsella for Sun Media. Make sure to follow us on all your favorite platforms.